Welcome back to another Warframe video, and today we're going to talk about the Larkspur Prime, the new Hildren's signature prime weapon. Now, I wanted to do a different type of video for this weapon because I love editing all my stuff when it comes down to making a shorter video. And I know sometimes people love the shorter videos and sometimes people love the longer videos, but the way the Larkspur went, I had to do just talk about the weapon type of video because the Larkspur Prime is not what it seems. It's actually, in my opinion, one of the disappointment weapons that Digital Stream brought to the game. So, and I say this all the time. I say this sometimes through where we see prime axes come to the game for new warframes and just seeing prime weapons. Prime weapons are supposed to be the better version of the original weapon, but that's not always what it seems. That's not always what it's given, because Digital Stream never makes it that way. And that's what disappoints me about Digital Streams. They never tend to make the prime weapons better than the original, for the most part. So, let's go ahead and dive right into this. The Larkspur Prime. Let's go ahead and right away compare it to the Larkspur. Now, the Larkspur Prime has a better critical chance of 14%, where the Larkspur original has 10%. So that's a 4% increase. Now, I was expecting a better critical chance base, because, you gave us a lot of status, which is true, but I thought that you could at least make the critical chance 10 times better, but you didn't, because you made the critical multiplier go up at least 2 points in it. You could have at least given us the best critical chance. At most. You didn't have to bring it up too high, but it could have been better. At least maybe 18 to 20%. I think that's where I would have actually said, damn, this weapon is 10 times better than its original version. It might still a little bit be better than the original, but it's really just kind of rounding up of these two weapons are neck and neck at being the same value. That's just my opinion. You might have something different. So looking at all that, everything's basically the same from the Larkspur. Now looking at the charged version, it gives you 28% critical chance, same crit multiplier, but 38% status. Now, I have my own thoughts on the charge, which you guys should too. I think we can come to agreement about the charge weapon, the charge part of this. Because, yeah, we'll just dive right into that as soon as we take a look at do some damage for the weapon. But the damage is exactly the same. There's no difference in damage. So, the weapon, let's just go ahead and I'm gonna just show you guys. I'm highly disappointed, man. I really kind of expected the Larkspur Prime to do better, but it never comes to seem that way. I think off rip, you can just tell when they first bring out the original weapon first, there could be a possibility that the primary weapon is going to be, the prime version of the weapon is going to be trash. If given, give or take. You just gotta look upon the status and then be like, oh, well, I already know this shit kind of gonna be trash. That's how it kind of just looks like every time we see a new prime weapon. Or just a prime version of that weapon. It always comes out to be less. Not really more. It just you might increase one stat or critical chance or whatever it is, but it still comes out to be worse. Or not even worse, just the same. So you can see the damage right now. The damage is actually not bad, but not too good. Again, and you know the charge, well, you already know the charge. The charge is like damn near just useless. Like it's really just useless. Like it doesn't take nothing down. No one. It doesn't take no one down. The only thing that the charge could probably do is add some damage to it with the given primary fire first, then add the secondary value fire to it. As you can see right now, yeah, that's what it can do for you. That's it. That's the only thing I can see making the charge weapon really that great, is if you add the primary fire effects to it first and then use the secondary, which probably how it's going to work. But then again, it's just another waste of time. Waste of time, digital stream. This is my build setup for this weapon. Now, the reason why I chose these mods, the reason why I chose critical chance, because I know I talked badly about it. This is what's making the weapon really good. Like at its all-time high of somewhat good damage. That's what I would say right now. You know, I tried to use a lot of... I wanted to use more damage mods, but the thing is, it's not working. It's actually just making the weapon not really good. Not good at all. It's not really doing damage to these high-level enemies as you want to do. It's just not working at all. So, I had to go with critical focus. I had to use all the aiming mods to make this weapon perform better in damage. Alright, so I focused on that, focused on this, add critical chance, those mods. I also added in magma chamber. I added all the 60/60 mods, even magma chamber, because that was going to add more value to my weapon doing damage. That heat actually works, like it does. It gives you that more added damage in there. So it does work. It does add some value to your weapon. I chose Viral because Viral is just kind of shredding these enemies at some level. At some level of doing good. But overall, this has to be the worst arch gun weapon I've ever felt and dealt with. Like, it took me a very long time. I went through back, forth, putting mods on what can do better than this mod or what can do better than that mod. And nothing this kind of just worked out for me. That's it. Like, there's nothing else you can do besides give it a Riven and then leave. You know? Rivens is just going to be the go-to for making this weapon better. 10 times better. 20 times better. 30, 40 to 50 times better. So that's where I have to say the Larkspur Prime is a huge disappointment. Whatever you decide to do with this information, go right ahead. You know, still get the weapon. You can still rev it up for mastery. Do all that stuff. But again, I think this weapon just could have turned out better. The Corvus Prime is probably the second prime weapon, right? Is definitely the second prime weapon that we have in the game. I can't really recall any other prime weapons that we have for arch guns. There might be one, but probably then again not. Anyways, the Corvus Prime, that weapon right there is way better. And I was looking at it and it gives it a 44% critical chance. That's the only thing I kind of just saw and can remember. But yeah, that weapon is just 10 times better. So Corvus is the better prime arch gun weapon that we have in this game. The Larkspur, well, like I said, you go ahead and decide what you want to do with this information for this weapon. But I think I've said enough in this video already. Don't want to make it too long for you guys. So just let me know your comments in below of what you think about the Larkspur Prime. But that's going to be it for this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Share any videos that you have liked from me so far to friends, family, especially this one. And tell them to subscribe. Follow me on all social medias and Twitch. Links are in the description. Thanks you so much for watching. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.